Okay, Rick Sy here again with Frontline Krav Maga with senior instructor Mark Astor. We're going to give you a little bit of an idea of how we use defensive hands against strikes. We'll break it down in different stages, give you a little bit of a lesson, then show you some of the drills we do to keep it fresh, keep it sharp, and to really challenge and pressure your opponent, or your partner, excuse me, to be able to make it as effective as possible. So in a real life situation, your thought process is non-existent, just your reaction is there to defend yourself. Basically what we do is we do inside-outside blocking. Our stance is pretty basic. Elbows in a little bit. I keep our hands out a little bit, 45-degree angles. This way if I throw a strike toward Mark, he's making the fence out in front of his body. He runs less risk of getting hit like a boxer is in tight. By the way, if we see a boxer style like this without gloves on, Mark gets in that stance, there's no reason for me to headhunt. I can just pound his forearm, let this strike into his hand, and attack from this point. So we keep our hands off just a little bit, not too far out. If I see Mark's hands are too far out, like a karate type of style or whatever, I may use it to grab. I may use it just to hit with a knuckle to the back of the wrist or onto the bones, the small tender bones on the back of the hand. We keep them comfortable to be able to respond quickly and counter strike. We're first going to be defending. When we defend, primarily against outside strikes, we use natural responses. We don't use anything fancy here. We use what's going to come out of us in real life when our heart is pumping and something is coming at us quickly. We'll make natural moves and instinctive moves. When Mark defends, he's going to defend wrist against wrist in this way. Notice, his hand is moving no more than 4, 5, 6 inches just to come out. He's also going at a 90-degree angle for my attack. If I come this way, he's blocking in this manner. And then his hand goes right back to his position and through here. Because if I'm wildly throwing at him here, he's got to be able to move short and tight. People are trying to hit you here. There's no reason to make a defense way out here. You're just leaving yourself open for something coming in. Someone may send you a fake, draw your arm out inside here. Okay? When we block inside, I'll have Mark throw a right hand so you can see. All I'm basically doing is a short move right in through here. My hand is coming out 45-degree angle, not far out, just right in through here, maybe a slight body turn. And I'm defending with this part of my wrist, the heel of my hand to about this point. I want to defend just behind Mark's wrist as he throws this strike. It's redirecting. If I stand here and he throws a hard strike at me, this is all I have to do. Go and hit me in the face. And look it redirects off. Gives me an opportunity to strike from here or attack. Throw that right again and or whatever else I need to do. We get effective in this way. I'll have him throw a few strikes. Doesn't tell me what's coming. And I'm just basically doing exactly the same thing. Everything isn't tight, almost like my elbows are stuck to my ribs, keeping this type of defense. Okay? For us, it's not just enough to defend. We don't want to sit there. Mark doesn't want to sit there, just defend for me. He doesn't want to sit there and show me how good his defenses are in this way. He wants to counter strike as quickly as he can, to put me in hurt, or to be able to get himself to safety, deploy if he needs, or deal with another attacker if there is one. So what we want to do is counter strike. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to counter strike with hand strikes. I'm going to throw 3 or 4 strikes. He's going to defend and look for opportunity to counter strike. Notice he staying calm, keeping cool, making these short defenses, and looking for an opportunity to counter. Now, a great equalizer, which I started to utilize a number of years ago when it was used on me, a fight class, and I think this is the most dynamic type of response you can make for the street. We know when somebody throws a strike at you, they're going to have to be balanced. No one I know throws punches like this. So that gives you a great target. We also know that the legs are longer than the arm. So, as I start throwing toward Mark, all he's got to do is lift this leg to a tender target. And believe me, even in class, wearing cups and everything else, somebody gets dropped every so often. So, very effective. You don't have to be a world-class fighter to make this work for you. Let's take a look at what I mean. Good, you throw it to me. Now, to make this a little bit more pressurized, what we'll do, we'll go up against the wall. Now, here's where we have a little bit of a nuance, but nonetheless, when there's room in between us, Mark is going to work the same way. Good. Notice his hand stayed in, eyes were on me, looking for his best opportunity. Now, sometime you get jammed in here, and he's moving in tight. So we need to defend and cover up. We may receive an uppercut. From distance, right away, my first thought is the kick. But when he starts coming in tight on me, I've got to cover. From this point, I can use whatever I need to start to fight back. Okay? Practice this with your partner, starting nice and easy, and then pumping it up. Okay? Notice changing up the strikes, changing it. Don't get into a routine that's a dance. Change it up. Right, left, right. Let your partner work, defend without hesitation, coming to a point where you can focus on their counter strike or their response.